Hi guys, welcome to Nathan TV. Today we're going to talk about the transfer roundup and the expectation this season. So if you're new here, like and subscribe. So we're going to start with the um, title contenders, Liverpool. We're going to start talking about their signing, the expectation, and all the drama that went into the final day of the transfer window. So let's talk about Liverpool. So on this Liverpool side, we're gonna talk about Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz is a new signing from Bayern Leverkusen for 116 million pounds, something like that. 116 million pounds, and the first 3 games he hasn't been performing well. To be honest, I think he hasn't gelled into the team, and he needs to know like his teammates, how the coach wants the tactics and all that stuff. But for me, I think he will. For me, I think he will not score like more than. He's not like a quite a goal scorer. For me, he's in like an assist type of player. He'll score like he will not score above 10 goals. That I'm sure. But his assist might go over 10 assists this season. But he's quite a good player. Even Real Madrid wanted him last summer, but he chose to stay at Bayer Leverkusen, and then Liverpool signed him at 116 million pounds this season. So I see people are comparing Wits with Cole Palmer, but I don't think he's quite a Cole Palmer matchup. But I don't think so. I don't think Fair and Wits can go like hand to hand with Cole Palmer. But we'll see how he played this season. The second signing is Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike is a very good signing. For me, Ekitike is a very huge signing. I didn't see much of Ekitike games last season. I won't lie about that. And he was signed for 79 million pounds. So for the first 3 games, Ekitike has been playing really well. The Community Shield, I think he scored a goal, and yeah, he was playing really well the past 3 games, and he has been scoring goals. I think Ekitike will have like over 15 goal plus this season, and a few assists in the EPL, not all competition combined. And I think it's a good matchup with Gakpo and Liverpool signing Isak. We'll see how they will combine Gakpo, Isak, Eketike, Salah, and Fabian Wirtz up top, and the Saboslai who scored a great free kick the past weekend. And yeah, he'll be a good signing for Liverpool. He'll help the team because at Frankfurt he couldn't, let's say, he wanted a step forward of winning the Premier League, Champions League, because he has a high ceiling. For me, he's a really good player. I like his link up play, the way he links with Salah for the past few games, and Gakpo waits, and he has been good since he was signed for Liverpool. So the other signing for Liverpool is Jamie Frimpong. I won't lie, but to me, Jeremy Frimpong is like he's not. He hasn't been. He's been injured, and he hasn't been. I don't rank him that much, but he was injured. I think the first or the second game, and we'll see how Jamie Frimpong will come up to be this season because he hasn't played that much. We'll see how it goes with Jamie Frimpong. And the other sign is Alexander Isak on the final day of the transfer window. 125, 130 million pound signing from Newcastle. Alexander Isak, he made a. I don't know. The Newcastle fans are not happy with Isak, how Isak behaved during that transfer saga of him, Newcastle, Liverpool, posting on his Instagram page. And I think if Newcastle could have like not agreed with Liverpool, he could have handed in a transfer request on the like final hours of the transfer window. But the deal went well. I wondered why Isak waited until the final like month or days of the transfer. He could have sorted this thing out the first month of the transfer window, so that it doesn't drag all the way to the final day of the transfer window, because that's hectic to him, his agent, the Newcastle fans, Liverpool fans. But Isak is a very good player, very good player. He scored over 20 goals last season because Liverpool, yeah, Isak is a gunman. If you give Isak 5 chances, he'll score three, and that's what I like about him. He has been one of the best strikers in the world for the past year because he has been a very good player. That's why Liverpool signed him during the first days of the transfer window, the first few weeks. I think Arsenal fans were like, yeah, we should sign Isak and all that stuff, but they went and signed Gyökeres, former Isak teammate at Sweden. But I think, yeah, Isak will be a good player. I wonder who will be taking the penalties. Maybe Isak or Mohamed Salah. I don't know. But Mohamed Salah had been missing penalties for the past few games. He has been given penalties and he has been skying the penalties over the bar. I don't know. They should try Isak because I think he's a good player. Isak is the new nine. After a long summer saga, Liverpool got their new nine on deadline day after for the second time in the same window. They broke the British transfer record. Liverpool broke the British transfer record with a 125 million deal. So they broke it first with 116 million for Fabian Wirtz, and then the last day of the transfer window they broke it with Alexander Isak of 125, 130. If I think people are quite football fans, I think we have standards for each and every team. But if this was Chelsea, people could be talking. Jamie Carragher will be talking each and every day. Chelsea are spending money. Chelsea are doing this. But if this is Liverpool, oh, everybody's okay with it, you know. And that's not good. We should be fair to all teams, not criticizing this team and letting the other team slip away with this. That's not quite good. I think Isak will score over 20 goals this season. Beside him not playing the first 3 games for Liverpool this season, I think after the international break, Isak will be playing for Liverpool. That's I'm sure, because right now I saw his videos and pictures training with Sweden last night. Yeah, he was training with Sweden, and yeah, there'll be a good combination between him, Ekitike, and Salah. If Liverpool doesn't win the league, man, this will be a disappointment for them because they have spent over 400 million pounds this transfer window. That's too much. They have to win. They have to win either the league or UEFA Champions League, because, man, this is too much. They're favorites for winning the league. And the other signing is for Liverpool is Milos Kerkez. Milos Kerkez. For me, personally, I won't lie, he hasn't impressed me that much. For me, I think Marc Cucurella, I don't know if I'm being biased or not. Marc Cucurella is the best left back in the league, but Kerkez has a high ceiling and potential to be one of the best left backs in the world. But the first few matches I've seen, no, I haven't been impressed with Kerkez, because even last weekend, Madueke was giving him a tough time. If Madueke is giving you a tough time, man, what about the other players, the likes of Rodrigo and who else? Saka, those top left wingers, you have to perform. So, and we're gonna go the next team. We're gonna go talk about Chelsea new signings. Let's see Chelsea new signings. Let's see. Chelsea new signings. So the the first player we're gonna talk about is Joao Pedro, the 23-year-old Brazilian striker. He was signed 63 million euros from Brighton. Since Chelsea signed Joao Pedro has been performing. He has been outstanding. For me, he's the signing of the summer, because since he was signed into the Club World Cup, he scored so many. He scored in the semi-final and the final against PSG. And the first 3 games he scored 2 headers, I think, 2 goals in 3 games, and 2 goals and 1 assist in 3 games, and that's a very good outcome for a signing like Joe Pedro. I think Joe Pedro will be like maybe he'll reach around 15 to 20 goals this season. That's my prediction. 15 to 20 goals this season if he doesn't get injuries. At Brighton, Joe Pedro had some few injuries in there. Yeah, but he's a good signing. I like his link up play. I like his bullying defenders. Yeah, and his connection with Cole Palmer, the likes of Cole Palmer, Estevao, has been really good this season. And the next signing, Chelsea, Chelsea signed so many players. The next signing is Jimmy Gittens from Borussia Dortmund, 56 million euros. Jimmy Gittens, 20-year-old left winger. So Jimmy Gittens, I've seen a few games of Borussia Dortmund with Jimmy Gittens, but he's a very good one. I saw a few games of Jimmy Gittens and Chelsea new signing. He's a very good 1v1. He doesn't get scared. No, a winger should be direct. He's coming to you 1v1. I do my thing and go and score a goal. He's a direct player. I like the way he's direct, and we'll see. He has a high ceiling too, but he needs to get more active in the EPL. We'll see how it goes. The third signing is Alejandro Garnacho. Not every Chelsea fan. Personally, I didn't want this signing. I didn't want us to buy Alejandro Garnacho, 21-year-old left winger. So, man, Garnacho come with a lot of many things. This guy can ruin the attitude of the squad, his brother, and posting and all that stuff. I don't like Alejandro Garnacho signing, but for me, if you come to Chelsea, I'll give you a chance. Definitely, I'll give you a chance. I'll see. Yeah, you come to Chelsea, a new signing. I'll forget what you did with Manchester United, and you are a new Chelsea player. I give you a chance. So show me what you can deliver with this squad. You have to fight for your number in this Chelsea squad. They have the likes of Estevao, Jamie Gittens, Garnacho. They have so many. They have so many players, so you have to prove yourself. So I'll give Garnacho a chance. I won't be like, I don't like him. No, yeah, he has come to Chelsea. I'll give him a chance, and then after that, I will decide how it goes. We didn't sign him for too much. That's 50 million pounds. That's quite a fair price. Manchester United wanted 50 million. That's too much. That's too much for Garnacho. Even them, they know. I think they met in the middle because Chelsea didn't want to give out 50 million. That's too much for Garnacho. I think 40 million and 10% sell-out clause for Manchester United. And the next signing is Jorel Hato, the former Ajax left back, 19-year-old. So Hato was signed to be a backup for Marc Cucurella because Marc Cucurella has been playing since last summer, game in, game out. Game in, game out. He has been playing so many games. So that's why Chelsea bought Hato. And I think it'll be quite a good backup because Chelsea are playing in 4-5 competitions in this season, especially the league, the league, the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, he'll be quite a good player because Enzo Maresca uses like in the build-up play. Enzo Maresca uses like three defenders, and it just will be. He was a central defender, quite a central defender at Ajax. He captained Ajax at 18 years old. Do you know how that's crazy? Captaining your team at 18 year old, it's crazy. And the other striker that Chelsea bought is Liam Delap, and he's injured right now. I think he'll miss around 2 to 3 months. He'll be out for 2 to 3 months from is it a hamstring injury or something like that? Yeah, he's quite a good player. I'm sad that Liam Delap will be out for quite some times, and I'm very eager to see Liam Delap in the Chelsea squad because he's quite a. If he scored, I think 10 to 11 goals with Ipswich, and it was a relegated. It was a relegation team. He has a high potential. People are comparing him to the likes of Harry Kane. He has a high ceiling, and we'll see. I think if I'm not gonna do if he'll score how many goals this season, but because he's injured for like 2 to 3 months, we'll see from there if he'll be able to come back. And Chelsea signed the new Brazil wonder kid Estevao, the 18-year-old right winger from Palmeiras. Estevao, this is quite a good player, a Brazilian good player, left winger. He broke the Neymar record in the Brazil league, and he has been performing really well since he signed for Chelsea, started playing for Chelsea, and I think he has a very high ceiling, very high ceiling. He has a high ceiling. People are comparing in Twitter, people are comparing Estevao with the likes of Yamin Yamal. Estevao has to prove himself with big games, the UEFA Champions League, games like that, so that we can start comparing him with the likes of Yamin Yamal and Rafinha's and all those top wingers, Saka, and yeah. The other signing, I think, Esugu. Esugu was brought to be a backup for Lavia because Lavia is, if Lavia doesn't give me over 20 games this season, sell Lavia. How can you be injured like 2-3 seasons, each and every season you're injured, man? We need to give Esugu and Andre Santos a chance because Lavia, no. You can't be injured each and every season. So the next, and we're done with Chelsea. So the next team we're gonna go to is Arsenal. We're gonna go to Arsenal. Arsenal. Let me see. Let me check here. Let me check the Arsenal new signings. So the first big signing that Arsenal made was Victor Gyökeres, the 27-year-old striker from Sporting Lisbon. 73 million euros from Sporting Lisbon. People have started criticizing him, but I don't know. We'll ask the Arsenal fans about it. Victor Gyökeres has a very good. He was good in the past years. Scored so many goals and all that. He scored so many goals, assists. But that league is different from the Premier League. So we need to see him in the Premier League with the big teams and the, scoring goals. He has a very high ceiling. I don't think he'll score more than, to me, more than 20 goals. I don't think so. I don't think. 15 to 20, yeah. 15, 19, yeah. He can score that, but I don't think he's a very good signing. He'll help Arsenal. You know, the past few years, Arsenal have been crying about a striker this, striker that. Now Arsenal have a striker. Arsenal fans should not have excuses of in this season. If Arsenal doesn't win any major trophy this season, sack the manager. Sack the manager. Even too, Chelsea need to be in the title race. We won the Club World Cup, and we have a high ceiling right now. But the problem with Chelsea I have with is the consistency. Chelsea doesn't have that consistency in the league, but in the Champions League, Chelsea are dark horses in the Champions League. Yeah, they are dark horses in the Champions League. Everybody knows that. But the problem is winning in like 38 games, game in, game out. Let's return back to Arsenal. If Arteta doesn't win this league, man, sack Arteta, bro. The other day he went at Anfield and he put on a defensive squad. If you're a ruthless manager, go and win the game. Go and win the game. If you want to win the league, go and win the game. Arteta went there for a draw. And then he goes and says, hey, we'll meet them in the Emirates. No, win at Anfield. You want to win the league, win at Anfield. You have to beat the big teams and the small teams too. Win on Anfield. You are crying for a striker. You have a striker right now. Stop putting a defensive squad. I know, bro. Win the game. Go and attack Liverpool and win the game. So the other player is Eberechi Eze, 27-year-old from winger from Crystal Palace. Eze was signed for how many? How many did Arsenal play for Eze? I think 67 million euros. Yeah. So Eze is quite a good player. He scored so many goals for Crystal Palace. Yeah, he will help Arsenal. Yeah, and I think he will play the Martinelli position because Martinelli has been poor, especially that game of Arsenal versus Liverpool. Martinelli was poor. He was doing his defensive years, but going up front, Szoboszlai, attacking midfielder was 1-to-1, marking Martinelli, and he performed poorly. And yeah, Eze will be a good backup for not a backup. He will bench Martinelli. So Martinelli needs to up his game. And the other person is Zubamendi. Zubamendi, 70 million euros from Real Sociedad. Zubamendi was bought, I think the way they sold Partey, that's why they bought Zubamendi to play with Declan Rice. So, I think he's quite a good player, and we'll see about that. And the other one is Donny Madueke. I wonder why Arsenal goes and buys Chelsea players each and every time. I won't lie to you, bro. Madueke is shit. I won't lie to you. Madueke doesn't have a high ceiling. He's shit. I'll tell you straight to your face. Madueke is shit, Arsenal fans. Don't expect much from Madueke. Less than 10 goals, 5, 6, 7 goals this season. And that's it. And Kepa, Kepa is a bench player for David Raya. Masquera, I like the Masquera guy. He came on when Saliba was injured at Arsenal at Anfield. He quite performed really well. Yeah, Arsenal, if you don't win the league, sack the manager. Sack the manager. You can't go 5 years without a trophy and say it's a process. Sack the manager, bro. So we're going to go to the next team we're going to talk about is Manchester United. Let's go to Manchester United. Manchester United new signing. Let's see. So Manchester United bought a striker, Benjamin Sesko, from RB Leipzig for £66 million. Yeah, Sesko is a good player. He has a high ceiling. I wonder why Ten Hag has been benching Sesko. Keep the striker on, because you see the other game against Arsenal that Manchester United lost, they played really well. But for me, I think if Sesko started that game, it could have scored a goal, because Manchester United was having chances in, chances out in the first half, but there was no striker. They were going forward, the ball is being crossed, nobody in the box. I think, yeah, Amiram, start Sesko. He's a good player, but I don't think how Sesko will perform. But for me, Manchester United should not put too much pressure on Sesko, because he's a new player from another country joining the league. It's very hard to adapt in the Premier League, but he needs to prove himself. And Bryan Mbeumo is a very good player. I don't know. Bryan Mbeumo from Bradford, 65 million. He was playing really well. He scored the last game this weekend. And I think Mbeumo scored above 10 to 15 goals. Mbeumo will be there. And who else? Matheus Cunha from Wolves. Oh, I like the link-up play between Cunha, Bruno, and Mbeumo. They're playing. The link-up play is starting to gel in. But Manchester United, they need to. This time round, last season they finished 15th. I think they should. This season, Manchester United should finish in the top 10. They already knocked out in the Carabao Cup. I don't know the team. I don't even remember the team. They already knocked up in the Carabao Cup, and I think they bought a goalkeeper. Yeah, I think they bought a goalkeeper. Yeah, Manchester United need to I hate how Manchester United, some of the Manchester United fans, but I've seen some of the Manchester United fans have started criticizing Amiram, because they need to perform in how many games? 2029. He has won 8 games in 29. I think 28, 29 games. He has won 8 games. That's not Manchester United standards. They need to perform better. Manchester United is like a top 4 team. They need to up their game with the manager. They should not stopping giving Amiram so many excuses. They need to perform. So yeah, Manchester United need to finish in the top 10 this season. If they don't, or even the top 7, top 8, top 6, if they don't, sack the guy. That's not your stand, Manchester United fans. The other team we're gonna go is Manchester City. Manchester City new signings. Let me see, guys, just a minute. Yeah. This is the new Manchester City signings. So Manchester City new signings. Ryan Cherky, he's injured though. And he's injured. He'll be out for a month or two. I don't know. I'm not sure with the time, but he's injured right now. That I'm sure. And Cherki is quite a good player. I wonder why top clubs last summer were not starting Cherki, because he's a quite good player. He gives me like Bernardo Silva vibes. Ryan Cherki from Lyon. He was bought for 35 million pounds by Manchester City. He's quite a good player. He needs to, like, I like the way he has blended into the team, but I saw somewhere Pep Guardiola was furious at him not tracking back to get the ball. Man, this is the Premier League. You should be fast and all that. But he's quite a good player. And the new signing, the transfer, they signed who? Donnarumma from PSG, the last day of the window. Yeah, I don't know why Pep is sold Ederson, but Donnarumma, I don't think Donnarumma is quite good with his feet. If you're playing Manchester City, their weakness, press the goalkeeper. Just press Donnarumma. He's not quite good with press him. Make sure you press him. I swear he'll give you the ball. He'll make a miss pass and he will give you the ball. Just press the goalkeeper. And yeah, he's quite good with his stopping ability and yeah, and saving, but with his feet, he's not quite good as Ederson. Let's not lie to each other. As Ederson with his feet is one of the best in the world right now, because Ederson he plays like a midfielder with his feet. And the next signing is Ait-Nouri from Wolves, 31 million left back. But the thing is, Manchester City have signed new players, but they need a right back. The defense is not quite good. I won't put Manchester City in the top 4 race right now, because yeah, I'll put them in the top 4 race, but not in the title race, because the first 3 games they've been showing us they've been playing shit. They've not been performing really well. But I think this is Pep Guardiola's final season. He was to leave last season, but he said he signed a new contract. But this I'm very sure this is Pep Guardiola last season. So Manchester City need to start finding his replacement, but I don't think City will win the Premier League this season. I'll put Chelsea above Manchester City, and they need even Rodri said, is it past last week or this week? No, I'm not like Messi. I won't come back and have Manchester City start winning game in, game out. He needs the team. They need to win it together. And yeah. And they signed a backup goalkeeper, Martinelli from Chelsea, James Trafford. I wonder why they signed 2 goalkeepers, Trafford and I think Trafford is for the future, because Donnarumma is is Donnarumma 28 or something? He stay at Manchester City for 3-4 years, then he'll be sold. Then Trafford will be the main goalkeeper in the next 2-3 years. Yeah, but I don't think Manchester City will be quite good this season. They need a lot of players. If Haaland is injured, they're done. If Rodri is injured again, they're done. They don't have that quite squad depth. But the last game against Tottenham, they were trashed. They missed the likes of Bernardo Silva. They missed so many players. And yeah. And who else? Manchester City. And the AC Milan midfielder Tijani, he has scored a goal or 2 since he was signed from AC Milan. He's a good player. I like his playing abilities. Attacking midfielder is quite good. Yep. And my top 4 prediction after this transfer window will be Liverpool, Liverpool should fight for the title. They should win this league because the money that they have used to sign top players, especially breaking two British world record transfer record in one window, likes of Fabian Wirtz and Alexander Isak. They should win this league and they should go all the way into the semi-finals in the Champions League. That's for me. And I'll put Chelsea second and Arsenal third and maybe Manchester City fourth. Yeah, that should be my top four after this transfer window. So that's it, guys. If you see this video and you're new here, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. See you next time.